A beautiful good morning to our lovely viewers. Welcome to the weekly gospel. I'm so excited because today we are having something extraordinary. But first, before we dive into that, you know we're here every Saturday at 10:45, and we get to profile your favorite gospel personalities, and then also we get to introduce to you new personalities. Today, I'm not having any gospel or artists or anything. I have people with me who are coming from an organization or an association called Mental Health Association. We know mental health is something that is very big, and it's quite unfortunate that most of us don't pay attention to our mental health. And today's topic is taking care of our mental health. So be part and parcel of the conversation by texting using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or better yet, you can leave your comments on our Facebook page. Unfortunately, we cannot take your calls, but we can receive your text messages. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Amazing Katamanda. Yeah, the Amazing Katamanda, and I'm excited to introduce to you the team, or should I say the board, from the Mental Health Association. Ladies first. So we have Muka, and then we also have Francis, and then we also have Moses. But I'll just give them an opportunity to introduce themselves so that we can just get to know them a little bit, and then they can also tell us about their organization. So remember to be part and parcel of the conversation by using the numbers that are all your TV screens. Don't give us a call, just send us a direct message or go on our Facebook page. So now let's dive into the conversation. Beautiful good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here. I'm excited. I'm very passionate about mental health, it's situations, cases, issues, whatever they are. Yeah, so it's good to have you this morning. So first things first, let's start with the lady.
Yeah.
Who is Muka?
Okay, so good morning. My name is Muka Kempe Hantuba, but all my friends call me Muka. I am the vice chairperson of the Mental Health Association, and I am a fourth year mental health and clinical psychiatry student.
Okay. We go to Francis.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, viewers, and good morning, everyone. My name is Francis Chisanga. I'm the secretary for the Mental Health Association. Yeah, and I'm doing mental health nursing. I'm my J.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And let's get to Moses.
Good morning, viewers, and good morning, all the listeners. I'm Moses Malonga, a third year student at Levi Mwanawasa Medical University, doing a diploma in registered mental health. I'm the president of this association, as well as someone who has got an exposure to mental health, being in service for 9 years at Chanama Hills College Hospital. For that, we can unfold so that we see what we have for you today.
Okay, so let's now get to the association. What's the association all about? Anyone can take it up.
Yeah, so basically the association, the main goal is to strengthen the mental health awareness, as well as advocating for the patients or the people who are suffering from mental health conditions.
Okay, I heard she's in the fourth year, third year. So now, is this association going to go on even after you people graduate? Or maybe that will be the end? Because I'm worried. What's going to happen?
No, actually, so this association isn't just made up of Levi students or students at Levi. It's made up of anyone who's interested or who has a passion for mental health and would like to join and bring change in the country in terms of mental health. So everyone is involved, but it's based at Levi Manawasa. So we have everyone who's interested in mental health, from first years to seniors, so anyone who wants, even people who are working.
So even me, I can
Yes, you're welcome.
Nice. I love what you're advocating for. Francis, what was the aim for this association? Like, what brought the idea, or what birthed the idea of Mental Health Association?
Okay, thank you very much. The reason why we came up with this association is because we saw how people are being stigmatized, like people with mental health, they're being stigmatized. So we came up, we said that let's help these people as an association. Let's sensitize so that people know more about mental health. So that was the main aim for us to make this association. Yeah.
Okay. So someone at home is just hearing us say mental health association or anything, and now they're thinking in their head, what is mental health? So for somebody who doesn't know what mental health is, can somebody elaborate what mental health is? Anyone can take it up, it could be because everybody's
Okay. Yeah. Basically, to make it in simpler understanding, mental health ranges from different categories, but in simpler terms we can say mental health, this is an emotional disturbance that might affect your activities of daily living, the pressuring activities, your sleeping, your school, work, and this also brings in the failing into adjustment into new things. For example, from the old things, now life has changed, you are failing to cope up and proceed with life. So all that aspect of disturbance, the activities of daily living and emotional breakdown is what we are referring to as mental health or mental illness.
Okay. So what are the common mental health disorders that we have, especially maybe here in Zambia?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay. So thank you very much. So the common mental health that are common in Zambia, we can talk about depression. So depression is common in Zambia. We talk about schizophrenia. These are common mental illness that are common in Zambia. We can talk about bipolar mood disorders. All those are common mental disorders that are common in Zambia. We can also talk about alcohol intoxication. Those are common mental conditions that are common in Zambia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for one to know, to say, oh, okay, now I'm not okay, I'm not alright, what are the symptoms? Like, how can I tell to say I have a mental disorder?
Okay, so as I would like to explain it as everyone, like mental health is a general state that everyone goes through every day. So every day we have things that stress us. We have work that stresses us. We have fears. We have anxiety. Everyone tends to feel low sometimes. You feel like, I don't want to go to work today. I'm feeling low, but you manage to push through. That's mental health. But when someone starts being unable to go about their day-to-day activities, things that they used to enjoy, they no longer enjoy, then you know that, then you can start having an idea that, okay, maybe I have a mental health condition.
Okay, let's take for instance, let's pick depression, because it's a common thing. And for some people, I don't know if there are really stages. Can you please explain to us, are there stages to depression? Because I've seen people who smile throughout, but yet they are depressed. And then there are those people who just withdraw, like they want nothing to do with people. They just want to be alone, they isolate themselves. Are there stages like to depression? I don't know if my question is clear, really.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so anyone can just take it up to make us understand.
So in the diagnosis, if you want to diagnose someone who has like a condition with depression, things have to be in place. Like in psychiatry, there's a lot of time frame. So this person has to have had these feelings of depression for a certain amount of time for them to be considered to have a depressive disorder. But if a person just feels low for a few days, then they manage to go back to normal, then they don't necessarily have the depression disorder, but they do have symptoms of maybe
Depression
disorder.
Oh, okay. The reason why I'm asking is because I remember there was a time when I was depressed. I used to laugh, I used to, just be all over the place, but the moment I'm just like alone, I'm just like this sad person, and then the next day I'm just like back to my normal self.
Yeah.
Not until it got to a place where I didn't want to do anything with people, I wasn't eating, I just wanted to be alone, like I was just enjoying my space. And suicidal thoughts started kicking in. So with the rise of suicidal cases that we have in our country, do you think people are not aware that they are depressed because nobody is sensitizing, because we just feel, oh, okay, no, I need to go to a doctor in order for me to know, like, okay, now I'm depressed?
Yeah, so basically, depression is among the mental conditions that almost everyone who hasn't even stepped in a class to learn about medical conditions would be able to diagnose themselves. Because when you talk about the symptoms, definitely we experience them day-to-day life. So like she explained, to say these symptoms have got a duration. For example, the depression you're talking about, the symptoms are supposed to be there for about 2 weeks. So when it reaches the point where one fails and becomes suicidal and they want to isolate themselves, they don't want to go into public, it's another stage which is which becomes a psychiatric emergency, because these suicidal ideations, when they start kicking in, definitely the attempts will come in. And you know, most of the time suicidal attempts, most of the people on the third attempt mostly succeeded, because we say where there's a will, there's a way. Third time it happens. So when it comes to the awareness, yes, we can say awareness of these mental conditions, it's mostly not done. And the other thing is the stigma which is attached to mental health. When you look at it, when you feel you want to share this with someone, you feel emotionally broken down, you'd think of it, where do I go? Whom can I talk to? Definitely what will come into your mind is Chainama. And when you look at the picture of Chainama, even the person who has never visited Chainama will definitely demoralize, oh no, I'm not mad for me to go there. I think I can make it by myself. Yeah, so this is the whole point why this association is bringing this information that people can reach out, not necessarily reaching out to Chainama, but through this association, people can contact and get help. You know, depression mostly, a lot of depressive episodes that people experience that does not necessarily need medication. You just need someone to talk to. Because when you categorize depression, you can say 3 common depressive types. Like there's endogenous, the depression which happens from inside because of the hormones, some brain chemical imbalances. We also have got exogenous, which happens due to the external factors. For example, you lose a loved one, you get disappointed in a relationship, you lose your job. Definitely those are the normal things, but you should be able to cope up, because if you fail, then that's when the depression will kick in. And there's another type which is called major depressive disorder. This one, it is combined with some psychotic features, where one will start having hallucinations, be it auditory, you start hearing voices, you start seeing visions. So this one now, it's a special one, and it's mostly an emergency one, because this patient might have the attempts of killing or killing other people. So all these, if you bring them to light, people will be able to understand and able to tell in the first stages and seek help. As I've already alluded to the fact that it does not necessarily need the medication, but someone you can open up to. Even crying, it's allowed. You can cry so that you air out and you feel better at the end of the day.
Okay, so to the viewers, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. This is the Weekly Gospel. My name is Amazing Katamanda, and I'm joined by some youths from Mental Health Association. There's Mocha, there's Francis, and Moses. So be part and parcel of the conversation by texting using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or better yet, you can send your comments on our Facebook page. Let's get to hear from you what you know about mental health disorders. We want to know what your thoughts are, and then of course if you've ever experienced those and how you just overcame. Zambia being a Christian nation, we have powerful Christians in the country, and if you talk about depression or any mental health disorder, they'll say it's a demon, you need deliverance. So now we want to hear from you, because I think you're coming from the medical part of it. So what is your take on that, and what do you think people always want to refer to mental health disorders with demons?
Thank you. I'll take up that one. Yeah. So it's very important, like the pharmacological treatment to be collaborated with these people of Christianity. You can say papas, we have to collaborate with them. First of all, you have to, as an association, we have to educate the pastors of the churches, say that mental health is all about this and this and this. And if you take time to send that patient to the hospital, the other thing that may become, or the outcome may be worse. So we want to work together with the churches so that we can sensitize more about mental health, so that when you see this and this and this, these are not demons. There are some chemical imbalances or other stressors that can lead to this condition. So we want to work together with the church so that they should be sending people to the to seek help from the hospital and have help. So that's the aim of our association, is to collaborate with churches. Yes.
So apart from churches, which other organizations are you people working with hand in hand to just make sure that at least everybody gets this information? Because it's quite unfortunate that even in the church we have people who've killed themselves because they were overthinking, they had all these things, and it's quite hard to open up to someone in this time and era, because we all know the moment you open up to someone, your story is on social media, everybody knows it, and people kill themselves. So which other board or organizations are you people working with apart from the church?
Okay, so apart from the church, as mental health, there's what we call community mental health. Like we are working with witch doctors, because many people they run to witch doctors when they say someone has hallucinating. Yes, they run to witch doctors. So we want to engage the witch doctors, say that if you know that you can't able to handle this condition, better you refer that patient to the hospital so that they can get helped. So we are working hand in hand with churches and witch doctors so that we can try to help people suffering with mental health. Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. Which doctor?
So,
that's very interesting.
Yeah. So in addition to what Francis has just said, we are also trying to collaborate with the schools. You know, a lot of school-going children, be it pupils, students, they are very much familiar with the internet. So we are collaborating with them so that these conditions, it's easy. They can Google them, they can access them, even trying to find the help. Okay. So the school-going children are also important, because when you look at it, you have got cases of children as young as 8 years committing suicide, 11 years, 15 years, which is a sad development. So if we start from these young ones, definitely they'll be able even to teach even the parents to say, oh, mommy, the way I'm feeling, I think I need help. Even the parents will be able to open up to the children. So this information, if it's shared to everyone, that will help the community. Remember, there is no health without mental health. And the nation cannot develop without it. Having citizens who are healthy. So we are starting from the mental health of a human being so that we have a healthy nation.
Very interesting. At least I'm learning something. This one I just have to read it because I just want it to sound exactly as I wrote it down. I don't want to just say that on my mind. And this one is going to go to you, Muka. How can I differentiate between normal emotional experiences and signs of a mental health problem?
Okay, so I feel like I would best explain it as, like I already said, everyone goes through these challenges every day. Everyone, it's just life. Like, you have to experience some type of stress every day. But if someone is, for example, I'll give an anxiety disorder. If someone has anxiety, even people, when they want to talk on stage, you have that nervous feeling before your results come out. You feel, anxious about something. But then if that anxiety is preventing you from going outside, you no longer want to hang out with your friends, you don't want to do anything, you can't contribute to society, then it becomes a mental health condition. Yes, so that's how you differentiate these mental conditions from normal mental health, like a normal mental health state.
Okay, so every time we hear Chinama, we think this is a place where they're just like, people who've completely lost it, and people don't even want to come and seek for help. Can you at least maybe school us on what Chainama is and what cases are found there? Because as a community, as a nation, I feel we have this wrong perspective about Chainama. So can you please just tell us, because I know you people work also hand in hand with
Chainama.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Chainama Hospital, despite it having the tag of stigma to it, it's the biggest referral hospital when it comes to mental health services. The whole Zambia, that's the institution that we have. Yeah, so Chainama has been expanding the services to other provinces, like Chipata. They have, this time around, they even opened another one at Kalindawalo. They are doing fine. In Livingstone, there is another one. Ndola also has got the services. It has also brought to light in all the first level hospitals the mental health services are supposed to be provided. So at Chainama being the referral hospital, they handle a lot of range of mental health conditions. So be it emotional, marital problems, bipolar mood disorders, depression, anxiety disorders, stress disorders, schizophrenic, epileptic conditions. They have got a lot, and on top of that, they even have another extension of Chainama, which is forensic now, where they take those people who have got a mental disorder, but they have breached the law in one way or the other. So all these services that are done at Chainama, we cannot run away from that fact. So the problem which is there is that people think when they hear the word Chainama, they think it's mindless. But in actual sense, Chainama, it's a sorry word which means walking, bending. Yeah, when you follow the history very well, though the stigma came in because of the patients that we have that side. But initially, it's the best institution that we have as a nation. We are looking forward to see everyone walking freely, coming to Chainama to seek advice and help without being stigmatized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about that, do you feel as a nation we are sensitizing people about mental health disorders? Are we doing enough of this? A lot that we still need to put in place to just ensure that we have people that are knowledgeable, people that are aware of their mental health state, and how they should just take care of themselves?
Yeah, as a nation, I would say we are not doing enough, because when you look at the cases, they are always going up. Statistically, every year when you visit Chainama, you ask for the records, you'd find that the numbers are not decreasing, they are increasing. So if there is an increase in the number of patients at Chainama, this shows to say we are not doing enough as a nation. I think this also goes to the allocation of the funds. I think it's one of the institutions which is not most prioritized. People don't really necessarily prioritize their mental well-being. They would prefer prioritizing their outlook. But look, everyone, for us to come here, we had to bath, we had to look in our mirrors to make sure that we are looking nice. But the question is, did we prepare ourselves mentally that we are okay, we can go for the interview? You see. So we find that we didn't even do that enough, but we had to bath and do everything so that we look nice. But we are not investing in our mental well-being. We find that we engage ourselves into things that are affecting our mental well-being, but we take care of our physical. So that we can say we are not doing enough in terms of fostering the mental health services in Zambia.
Right. So mental health disorders, are they genetic, or maybe they are not genetic?
Okay. On that one, I can say that there are a lot of causes of mental health disorders. Yeah, but I can say that there are some conditions which are genetic and the conditions which are not genetic. Okay. We can, as we are talking in depression, I can talk about depression, where you mentioned said that the exogenous depression and endogenous depression. So talking of endogenous depression, these are things that we can talk about biochemical imbalances, whereby the neurotransmitters in depression, you can say the serotonin level of neurotransmitters decreased. That one you can say that it is caused by those neurotransmitters. There is also what we call genetic. It is inherited. Maybe someone had depression or the grandmother had depression, which means it start running to families. So there are some conditions which are genetic and which are not genetic.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know how we do it in Zambia, but I think in Nigeria they are very particular. Before a couple gets married, they have to do all these genetic tests and whatever. Do you think maybe genotypes, I don't know, SSA, whatever, if they meet together, they form a child that, or they'll produce a child rather that has mental health issues, or it has nothing to do with that?
It does have something to do with that, but I don't think that should be a reason for you to say that you don't want to be with this person because there's the likelihood that there are genes of madness in their family. That's now increasing on the stigma that we're talking about, because people have these mental health conditions and they've managed to live in society. People with schizophrenia are good people. They can be doctors, they can be anything. Like, you can have the mental health condition and still live a fulfilling, fruitful life. So it shouldn't be a thing that, okay, may I get that the grandmother in this family had this, so I'm not going to marry in that family. No, you can still marry if you found that that's your person. You can marry, and you know, whatever happens. Let's
whatever happens. We don't want to risk it. Because I mean, anyway. But we don't have to stigmatize anyway. We have to bring everybody together. It's interesting. So there are people who have schizophrenia and they can still go about their normal lives and be doctors and work.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. Can you please just shed more light on that one? Because I'm thinking, I've seen people who have that disorder and it can be pretty bad if not well taken care of. So please, can you just tell us on how you can get to that state where you can go about your normal life despite you having this disorder?
Okay. Yeah, so like you have said, schizophrenia is one of the major mental health conditions falling under psychosis. So when you look at the patient with the schizophrenia, they will present with symptoms like hallucination, delusions. But the management of this condition, it's there. There are types of management that we can use or number of approaches, but we cannot run away from the medication being the major treatment or management as we are trying to help this patient. So when the patient is diagnosed with schizophrenia, it's the same as the person who has been diagnosed with HIV, diabetes, blood pressure. You know, these conditions, they are chronic. When one has been diagnosed with diabetes, you are told to say, oh, okay, now you need to adjust certain things for you to live a normal life. This is not the end of life. We have seen people diagnosed with HIV living more than the people who are HIV negative. It's the same with schizophrenia. But what is determinant is the compliance to the medication. So when the patient comes to the hospital, diagnosed with the condition, has been cancelled, they accept, they take the medication, they are compliant to it. At a certain time, they are even considered to be put on drug holiday, where you can assess the patient, live the normal life without taking medication, but they continue coming for the reviews to see if there are any sign of a relapse. So these are the people, they have gone back to work, businesses, they're doing fine, school. It does not go with the tag. You cannot even tell to say this one is a schizophrenic patient unless they stop taking medication. Then you would find that they will relapse, and these people, they are the people who find carrying the bags and the sacks in the street, feeding from the bins, because at some point, maybe because of the stigma, they couldn't cope up because they were known maybe patch panda or whatsoever to say, oh, okay, this one goes to China, and people will be making jokes of that person. Definitely it will be painful. They might even stop going there. They will get rid of association with the Chinama. But all in all, this is the condition that one can live with it like any other medical condition, like I said. Yes.
There's something I'm thinking about right now. They say prevention is better than cure, right? So I'm thinking, is there like a certain age where this certain disorder is triggered, or maybe it's just that as you're a child, and if my child has it, before it gets worse? Like, are there any measurements I can put in place to just ensure that it doesn't get to a bad state or maybe serious? I don't know.
Okay, on that one, can say that mental illness, it has no age. Okay, there are some children mental illnesses that can start from childhood, and there are some illnesses that can start just in a teenager stage. So what is important is for us as an association to talk about some signs and symptoms. How can someone know that this is now a mental condition is coming to this child? So when we know about signs and symptoms, it will be easy for you to seek help to people who are specialized in that I can say in that field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's really no age.
There's no age.
That's at any point.
Yes.
Okay. Ish. That's quite sad, but anyway, at least I have learned quite a number of things. I wanted to say a thing or two, but hey, I've learned a whole lot of things, not a thing or two. I've learned a whole lot. So, in winding up, your last remarks, word of advice to people out there, and then of course, I'll ask that later, but just your remarks and word of advice to people out there.
Okay, I would like to start by saying that I feel like as a country we need to be more aware of these conditions that are coming up. We need to also be more considerate of others because we don't know what people are going through. So when you see your friends struggling, be quick to notice those things that maybe trigger them, things that maybe make them feel sad, make them have a low mood, and then quickly tell your friend like you've noticed this, because like some people, they have these conditions but they don't know that they have these conditions. So as a country, when you notice that okay, maybe this is happening, tell that person and then tell them that there are places that you can seek help and you can continue living a fruitful life. And also on the topic of schizophrenia, I feel like families shouldn't, when you hear that in that family there's someone who's schizophrenic, they are very quick to exclude that person, which makes their condition even worse. That's why you find that there are people on the roads picking things when they would have started that medication, they would have started seeking help, behavioral therapy, and they would have been better, if not even better than other people who don't have the condition. So it's very important for us to shed light on these conditions so that people know that there are places where you can seek help and you can live your day-to-day life like you don't have the condition.
Okay, awesome. Moses.
Yeah, so the message to the viewers and the listeners is that mental health, no one is immune to mental health. Anyone can get sick mental health or mental illness at any time. So what we need to change the narrative and the perspective to say, me, I cannot suffer from it. As long as you are a human being, a living human being who is functioning using the brain, you can suffer from mental illness. Remember that all our daily life activities are determined by the brain, because it's more like the engine that controls the body to move and to function. So we should change the narrative of, oh, okay, so me, I'm okay, I've got money, no, I'm living from these developed areas, so I cannot suffer from mental illness. No. Initially, what we are coming to understand is that a lot of people now who are suffering from these mental conditions, they are people with money. Even the people who are suffering, they are also, so this shows to say everyone has been catered for. Like what Francis said, it has got no age limit. Only that there's some conditions that have got a certain age when they can start presenting the symptoms. But when you look at the genesis of them, they inherited them. They got them before they were born. So everyone can be suffering. So let's be a brother's keeper, let's be a sister's keeper, so that we help those people who are battling inside with mental condition. Together we can, and we can fight this stigma attached to mental health, and we can live a happy and a healthy nation.
Okay. What about you, Francis?
Okay. The thing that I can just say is that as the nation or people of San, we should we should bring this thing of saying that China is for mad people. We should bring these things to an end. We should remove that stigma saying that China is for mad people. Let's make use of China so that we can be helped with mental conditions. It's not only that we give and psychotics medicine. No, there are a lot of activities that happen there. We have counseling sessions. We have got physiotherapy department where we can do exercise and release your stresses, which are having. So at least we can make use of Chainama so that we can rule out all those things of mental conditions. So I can just say that let's make use of Chainama. It's just the hospital, like the other hospitals.
Okay.
Yes.
Mocha, last one. I just need a yes or a no. I've heard people say getting consultation or maybe getting treatment is expensive. Is it true?
Okay. So
yes or no?
can I say it depends?
okay. Please feel free.
Yes, I feel it depends. It depends on where you're getting your treatment from, because if you go to a specific counselor and they're charging you a specific amount per hour to get that treatment, then you will be charged. But there are places where you can get help for free, like Chainama, for example. Since it's a government institution, you can go see counselors there for free.
Oh, okay. All right. So you see, you had viewers. Seek help. The fact that you go and seek for help does not mean that you're not okay, you're mad, you're losing your mind. No, you're just trying to get yourself in the right place. Okay. Now I have to let you go, but before I let you go, please don't give out your phone numbers, because I don't want people calling you at 02. I don't want that. So where can we find you if you want to be part of the organization or the association rather? How can we be part and parcel of it? Do you have social handles where we can follow you and get all this information?
Yeah, basically we are based at Chainama at Levi Mwanawasa Medical University, but we are also working in collaboration with Chainama Hills College Hospital. So as an association, we also have got a page. You can contact us also on 092.
No, I said no phone number. People call you at 02.
Okay, so
and then the door you can reach at. Not me at what just tell you what you like. Human beings are just human beings.
That's why.
Just give us the social handle, then we can get your phone number.
Okay. So you can reach us on Levi Mwanawasa Medical University Mental Health Association.
Okay.
So
Facebook page?
Facebook page. Yeah, we are also joining in TikTok, all the platforms where people make themselves.
Also, you're yet to
yes, for TikTok, yes, we are yet to make that.
No, I'm sure this is not the first or the last time we're having you here. So the next time, come please make sure that the social are in place, because it's important that people follow, so that they just get help where it's necessary. But anyway, thank you Mocha, thank you Francis, thank you Moses. I had a great time. At least I've learned a whole lot of things. Like I said, this is not the last time. Yes, it was the first time, but not the last time we're going to call you. So thank you for coming through. We surely wish you all the best in what you're doing.
Thank you.
We'll try and see as the Weekly Gospel, maybe we can partner with you and just like work with you, because at least that's something that we're passionate about, right? So to the viewers, this is where we have to call it an end. Yeah, I hate saying goodbyes. You know how much I hate saying goodbyes, but anyway, they have to be done. So thank you so very much for being part and parcel of the show. I hope that you have learned a thing or two, or maybe you have learned a whole lot of things. So if you have people at home who are not well, please reach out to Mental Health Association. They are found at Levi, and also maybe at Chainama, I don't know, they can still get you from there, right?
Yes.
So make sure that you reach out to them. This has been amazing, Katamanda. Always be the amazing Katamanda. On behalf of the entire production crew, this is all I have to say. Goodbye. But we just can't leave you like that. We leave you with a song from Pastor Wash. The song title is Dependable God. So stay blessed. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. For now, keep it locked to Camnet TV. You know, we're not just another channel.